What is up, gamers? It's your boy DeBoss, and I'm back with our co-commentators Boa and the Otaku93.
Hi, it's good to be back.
I'm chewing, but hello.
Be chewing.
We'd be nomming on them spicy tacos.
Look, these were some bomb tacos, bro.
True. Oh, I want tacos. I just paid. And so we're back with more Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Final Mix, Terra's story.
All right. Oh yeah, the dumb story. I mean Terra's story. Yes.
Yes, the dumb story. Time to commit die. I suppose so, Demise. How many points she chewing up? Thank you.
Well, currently I'm 3 for 4 at the free throw line. I've made 1 3.
Nice. Okay, so let's see. Last time we were gaslit by Maleficent. We did something stupid. We had 24 pushing for 45. Okay then. Then we were balling, and then the dwarf woodlands.
We're never not gonna live it down, and I love it.
It'll never die. I love it.
Ballin'!
I believe Terra wants to go speak with Master Jensen about the mysterious boy in the Unverse. So let's pay him a visit.
He's like, I've been to multiple worlds already, and I don't understand what's going on. I need help. Somebody help me.
That's funny.
He still needs work if he's going to be Keyblade Master.
Yep. Oh my gosh.
Oh. He's like, what's this random mouse guy?
I know.
Alakazam!
Okay, that just happened.
Yes.
Anyway, he's just like, okay.
I Dream of Genie little nose winkle sound effect.
I suppose.
I suppose.
That's what it sounded like.
Do you dream of genies? Oh, dream of genies.
I let Maleficent gaslight me.
Bruh, Demise, chill.
Demise.
Relax a little bit here.
Chill game, bro. That chill game.
Hey, excuse me. I don't believe y'all got the invitation to Jensen. I did.
You're like, who said we needed one?
Well, me. Go.
Exactly.
It's me shooting out bad customers with my sword. Get you.
Thunder!
What'd I say? Who's the ref? I am.
Me.
Take that! Want some?
Get some.
So long!
I was stuck going back into my file. I was trying to find this one treasure in Cinderella's world that I'm missing, and I cannot seem to find it. And I'm just like, where?
I see. Why are the enemies dropping primo gems? Because yes.
Because yes. Hey, we need some form of familiarity here. We can't have everything be different.
Exactly.
I'm going to assume Primo Gens are Genshin Impact?
Yes, they are Genshin Impact.
You, hey. Come here, Squeaky.
And it begins.
Come here. No, come here. No. No.
I wonder whoever he could be referring to.
Come here, Squeaky toy.
Your cat's a squeaky toy.
He's very much so.
Master Yensid.
You are not to scratch that chair, boy.
My name is Terra.
Yes.
You have a chair you
this
can
is
scratch.
people. I've
That's
been
why I left it for
expecting
you.
It is the unversed.
Yes, Master Yensid.
But he's not master
I thought it best
anymore.
to seek the counsel of one wiser than myself.
I am no
That's not
longer
very
a
good.
master. I doffed that mantle.
But sir, wasn't that your pupil I passed on the way in? He had a keyblade.
You refer to Mickey. He too sought guidance here.
Okay, but
As
for
a
real,
king,
can we get
he
like
is
a
good and
DLC of
kind.
Master Yensid,
But the
Xehanort,
weight of a
and
crown has not
Ericus just straight up just being young Keyblade Masters?
True.
I'd be down for that.
Like, that would be the
True.
most badass DLC ever.
Yep.
He has left with an object whose power he does not understand nor know how to control. Mickey imagines my star shard will be of help in his current quest. And like you, he is eager to use his keyblade to set things right.
I'm not sure I even understand what's wrong. Master Xehanort is missing. And now I've learned there's a masked boy who is controlling those unversed on the loose.
To arrive at the truth, perhaps you should approach things differently. First, consider them one and the same problem.
Master Xehanort and the unversed are connected somehow?
I must not make assumptions.
That's why we're here.
Find Xehanort, Terra. That is where you should begin.
Yes, sir.
And where do we find him?
I had hoped, Xehanort, your heart would no longer lead you astray.
Nope. Cryptic. Anyway.
Yes.
I mean, when is he never cryptic?
Master Xehanort!
Terra, come see me at once.
I'll have to play like a fiddle again.
I just like it's like I don't understand what the problem is here, and then proceeds to explain what the problem is.
Exactly.
Master Ericus is missing. There's some mysterious masked boy, and I can't find Master Xehanort. But I don't know what the problem is. Terra.
Sometimes I feel Terra is kind of like, what's his name from Frozen? Olaf, or just that scene of, I don't have a skull or brain.
I'm gonna tell him, don't you dare.
Like, that's totally Terra right now. He's like, I don't have a brain.
I don't remember. So does this mean Xehanort was probably once a pupil of Master Yensid, from what Yensid was saying back there? Or does he just know of Xehanort?
See, I like the idea that they were all compadres, but we can't be too certain.
Right.
It's like I looked at. I didn't want to make assumptions. That's what we're here for.
I mean, with how the mobile game was, like, it is, I mean, because we already know what the mobile game, like, Ericus and Xehanort were friends, so I wouldn't be surprised if, like, after they done whatever they did in the DLC, like, they might have ran across, like, a young Yensid. If Ericus at least knew about him, so they could have met past before. That's what I'm saying. Like, give us a DLC of the three of them in their early 20s, kicking butt.
I know.
It'll be fantastic.
Yes.
Spill that tea. Tell us where we went wrong.
Well, see, when you put it that way, I like the idea. I really do.
Mm-hmm. I really like that idea.
Yes.
Master Xehanort.
Oh, look, you found me.
I have been to other worlds. I know all about the things you've done. I just don't understand why.
Someone had to safeguard the light from the demon I unleashed. You must know about the boy by now, the one in the mask. His name is Vanitas, a creature of pure darkness, one of my making.
Vanitas. Are you telling me he came from you?
He came from Ventus.
Ventus?
Yes. Vanitas is the darkness that was inside your friend. It was an accident. While training with me, Ventus succumbed to darkness, and there was but one way to save him. Strip that part of him away, and thus Vanitas was made. In the process, I damaged Ventus' heart in the most horrific way. So, I did what I felt was right and left him with Heracus. I knew the boy could not stay with me, the man who did him such grievous harm.
Master Xehanort. Ventus has gotten a lot better since then. You shouldn't blame yourself for trying to save him.
Well, thank you, lad. You know how to put an old man's heart at ease.
Old is right.
So that's what it was.
Old.
What were they swinging at?
I was thinking that. I was like, what are they swinging at?
I think they're just working on form.
Probably.
Another brat. Fine. Very well.
Is he okay?
I'll go see.
You dropped off another one.
I'm Terra. What's your name?
Ventus.
You can talk. Aqua, come here.
Well, it's a good thing we established that.
Hi, I'm
Yes.
Aqua.
Terra. Aqua.
So, are you here to train with us? Where are you from? Who is that man with you? You good with a keyblade? Whoa! What's the matter?
Are you okay?
It's called peer pressure.
What did you do?
It's called overstimulation.
Nothing. I just asked him some stuff.
Ventus cannot tell you anything. Because he cannot remember anything.
Just stab the air. Thank you, Demise.
Master, why is Vanitas still free?
Ah, yes. Well, I did my best to contain him the moment he emerged, but
He managed to escape.
I did nothing, actually.
Right.
Vanitas uses
No,
the
I was actually gonna say I
keyblade to
prefer him
sow
running
seeds of
around.
darkness. And now you see the world's teem with his ghastly underlings.
The Unversed.
He has no control over the darkness in his heart. The Keyblade is not his to bear. He's an abomination beyond hope of salvation.
I love you too,
Lend me
Dad.
your strength, Terra. Right this wrong that I have wrought.
But I have no idea where to find him.
What I can tell you about Vanitas amounts to this. His darkness is drawn to the light which he seeks to disrupt, and then destroy.
Very helpful.
Very much so.
It's like I have visions.
It stands to reason that he will strike next in the City of Light, Radiant Garden.
Nunny?
Like, I'm just gonna tell you where I want you to go.
Don't worry,
Exactly.
Master. I'll take care of Vanitas.
Good.
Also, I feel so bad for Aqua because, like, I don't know if what was it? A land of departure is like a school or it's just, I don't know, a place. But I mean, that gotta suck to be the only girl literally surrounded by sausage. I mean, it's 4 people living there and you're the only chick. Like, that's horrible.
The way you worded that, wow.
I was trying to find it.
I had to pause for a moment.
There's just no one here who I can talk to about things. There's just things that I need to discuss with somebody that I can't discuss with you two because you just wouldn't understand.
Like, can you imagine the amount of times, like, can you guys please leave this toilet seat down?
Oh, true.
Want to try flushing, buddy? Sorry.
It's like, wow, Aqua, sometimes you can be a real girl. So what do you mean sometimes?
What do you mean?
Wow. That's actually
She's
pretty rude,
literally
Terra.
just surrounded by testosterone. That's probably why he said that line. She's such a girl, and I'm like, because she is a girl. You guys you're surrounded by everyone else.
Unless we have Mulan again. You're a girl. You didn't notice? I don't know. Those two aren't the sharpest pens in the box.
I don't know. Those two would fall for anything.
Yeah. Hey, we're right here.
Emotional damage.
I just like to think of that scene with Eric with if you saw in the chat, I wrote hey, gaslighting 101.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I was laughing.
Bruh.
It's a mental breakdown due to That's also true. Ventus did have a mental breakdown.
That scene with Ventus just having a breakdown, like, yeah, that's what overstimulation looks like. That's just like, stop.
Yep. Huh. Radiant
thought
Garden in the before time. Eh?
I thought I heard dainty footsteps. Ven, are you here?
I'm versed.
You're not
This can
Ven.
only mean Master Xehanort was right.
Terra.
Look, there's a reason why he's very muscular. It's more muscle than there are brains.
Should have made coffee before the stream.
What is street?
This man's gonna give me an aneurysm. Stupidity.
If I could drive over there and deliver you a cappuccino, I would, but yeah, not gonna happen.
It's not the thing now.
Also, this is how dumb Terra is. If Terra has the assumption that, oh, I gotta stop the boy that apparently a master keyblader was unable to stop, that I can do it.
The Master Keyblader can stop the boy. That means I can stop him, right?
Only I can do it. I have been chosen for this task. Yeah, okay, you keep going yourself that money.
Oh, not these guys.
Oh yeah, they're kind of annoying.
Heal!
Oh, do not forget. Press button.
Take that!
I almost forgot the controls for half a second. I was like,
Yeah.
why?
Oh, I've done that plenty of times. Like, especially if I'm like streaming 2 different games back to back, and I'm like, wait, what were the controls again? And I'm just like, wait, I think I didn't mean to launch the missiles. Like, that's supposed to be jump in the other game.
Yeah, again,
Yeah.
I had loaded my save file of this up previously, and I was like, wait, how do you play this game again? Oh, like, oh, I'm getting rocked. Okay, no, I need to fix this. It does take a second.
It does.
I would legit go into settings. I'm like, okay, hold up, what was the controls again?
Yeah.
Like, I need to refresh my control settings.
I don't know if this
memory problem is going from Kingdom Hearts 2 to purposely.
Yeah, I don't know if
So
this is
used to playing Kingdom Hearts a certain way.
Yeah, I don't know if this is embarrassing or not, but I got clapped by Zach in the Olympus Coliseum. I'm just like, oh, that's probably not a good thing.
I think that's embarrassing. Okay?
I don't know. I think it's embarrassing. I mean, the kid's like half the size of Terra, and he's crushing them. It's like, why?
He fights with the power of love.
Want some?
Spoilers. Go play Crisis Core.
Okay.
I need
Write
to
down, write that
fight.
down, write that down, write that down.
I don't mean to scream FF7, but
Dang, Terra, you took out 2 for 1. Twofer.
hey, it's my kind of deal.
What's Master Xehanort doing here?
Or can you not be on my console, please?
Maybe he found something out.
You don't find this sus at all?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the most sus thing ever.
He's like, he told me to go here, and he showed up.
Just at what point in your brain does it pop off? Like, wait a minute, he told me to go here to deal with this problem, but he's also here, and he's not making any attempt to hide himself.
Which brings me back to the first point. He's like, oh, the master couldn't stop this abomination, but he wants me to stop it, even though I'm weaker than him.
I just like the idea that like Vanitas was like sitting way up on a pillar, listening to that conversation going down, and he's like, he's a monster, a demon beyond all control. Yeah, love you too, Dad.
He's also probably like, look at this chump.
Most likely.
Look at this dude. Look at him. Oh God, I can't wait for Ben's story.
Like, just Terra, could you please put the dots together?
Yeah.
Like, you see Master Yensid, he tells you to watch out for Master Xehanort. So you
Aqua.
see Master Xehanort, he tells you, go here,
Yep.
because of the boy in the mask. You're here, and he's suddenly here. Like, does this not click in your brain? Maybe
Nope.
something is a little bit off?
Hey, Aqua, I need help with my homework. This is a really tough question. What is
Probably did help him
two-
with his homework.
What is 2 plus 2? Aqua's just like-
Failure.
just deep breath. It'll all be over soon.
Deep breaths, Aqua.
Why can't I ever seem to remember this?
Casually,
address exactly?
you couldn't walk up the steps?
Nope. No.
Like, sir, you forgot your book. I mean, also, he can't teleport inside his own house. Can you
Excuse
just
me,
walk in
Rose.
someone's house?
Huh?
Don't even knock.
I believe you dropped this book.
Did I?
Did you?
Oh, I'm very sad to say this isn't one of mine, but what a remarkable book it is. This unassuming volume seems to have the unusual effect of awakening one's innermost abilities.
A book that makes people stronger? If it's all right, Your Elderness, might I have a closer look?
Of
The
course he
name
wants to
is
look at that
Merlin.
book.
I'm a powerful
Oh my God, he's
wizard,
like, "It'll make me
and
powerful."
You know, a lot of wisdom comes with age.
That's funny.
Anyway,
A book
as
that
I
makes
said,
you
the book
stronger,
is
but not smarter.
mine, but I'd be happy to keep
Pretty
it
ironic.
for you.
That is pretty ironic.
Thank you, Merlin.
I like how he calls him your elderness.
Elderness. I'm like,
I mean, he may not be bright, but at least he's kind of respectful.
he's kind of respectful.
He's got the gist of it. I'm still stuck on the chat. Well, he's an old man. I think you mean I'm a horrible, ugly, grouchy old man.
Same thing.
That line.
Ah, yes, the command board. That would be interesting, though, if Pooh and them did meet Terra, Aqua, and Ventus. They're like,
That would be.
Ooh,
Because they wouldn't remember them 10 years later when Sora shows up anyway.
I know. They're like,
Right.
you know, only with Ventus, though. He's like, oh, I'm a little boy like you who showed up here a while ago.
Wait, what?
That's a big unverse.
Okay, but seriously, where is everybody? There's like no NPCs.
No more. It's like we couldn't afford the budget.
We couldn't afford the NPCs.
I mean,
See,
this game was made on PlayStation Portable, so
that's true.
if you're on
That's why-
PlayStation 2, they probably incorporate more NPCs.
Yeah,
Actually.
there were budget cuts.
See, that's why I dig 3's NPCs so much, because I'm like, oh my god, like it's actually places are populated. You hear them talk.
People
You hear them-
do exist.
Especially when it was at Twilight Town, people are like, "Where's Cypher?" Like, "Oh yeah, he went on a
Oh,
journey."
Oh yeah, that's
you can,
right.
just, you can just hear them mumble. Like, it's not even a press X to interact. It's literally just like you can walk by them and they'll like talk about different topics. I'm like, this is fantastic. And then imagine what we can do in 4. Oh my god.
Yep. No, 4. I think 4 is gonna be lit.
Bro, I want Sora to have a job. I want them to make Sora, because that apartment's too expensive. He needs a job. I want him to work at some fake Starbucks, bar stars. Call it Buck Stars. He works at Buck Stars in Shibuya.
I love that fake Starbucks.
Fake Starbucks. Okay.
Bar Stucks.
Buck Stars. There you go.
Buck Stars.
Welcome to Buck Stars. How can I help you?
What can I get for
Sorry,
you?
it's me. Don't you remember? It's Riku.
Like, Riku? So,
So
Okay.
It's like, that's the name for the order.
He's like, okay. How do you spell that?
I would lose it if he said that.
How do you spell
Riku, like,
it?
okay, how do you spell it again?
I don't have time for this.
It's like there's a heartless outside.
Like, alright, Donald, Goofy, go get him.
Oh my god.
Well, I have to stay here and pour his coffee.
And then you just see like off to the side, like Shiresi is like having such trouble, like trying to put, she's dropping everything. She's like, oh, thank
Yeah.
like I'm trying to put the milk in the cup.
Milk.
Oh my god. It's like, welcome to Buck Stars, the Buck Stars where you live in the dead.
Book stars, I like that.
Just be glad he doesn't hear. Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?
Oh my god.
So many people said I look like Ed from Good Burger. I used to work with a man who kept saying that, so he made the Good Burger joke. It was funny.
We actually had
You're like, next person who says that, I'm killing you.
what was the skinny one? Was it Kel?
Yeah, Kel.
Yeah,
Yeah, Kel had shown up at my college one time years ago, and it was like so random because all he did was like sing cover rap songs, and then he would.
Kel was there? That's
Yes.
before I came.
I think he might have been there.
Like, I hate to tell you this, but
Yeah, he was there. He was there, and then he was signing orange sodas. He was selling orange sodas, and he was signing.
I did not know about this.
You don't remember?
wait, this big can't sell orange soda, bruh.
He was signing.
soda.
He was signing orange sodas.
So you just ruined his night by telling him this.
He's like, you didn't tell me he showed up. Like, I'm sorry, I thought you were there.
I'm just gonna pretend that this is me as Terra taking out my frustrations on the world.
You read my mind.
I'm gonna pretend that this is Tanjiro in the movie. And I'm talking
Right now.
Oh yeah, you weren't in the chat earlier, Bo. But yeah, no, I was talking about how whenever he gets to my computer desk, he tends to knock over my Vanitas Funko Pop and my Ryuji Funko Pop. And then when it comes to Tanjiro, like he keeps trying to like chew his sword. I'm like, please don't chew his sword. Like, leave Tanjiro's sword alone.
Oh my God, Sora, you are a menace.
Like he'll rub his face on it and he'll try to like bite him. Like, leave Tanjiro alone.
Like, can you not, please? I kind of like Tanjiro the way he is.
I know, right?
Nom, 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 nom.
Like, you're gonna give him another scar. He doesn't need another scar. Certain man already get a scar.
No.
Well then.
I'm almost tempted to ask Devin questions here about Demon Slayer, but I'm like, no, I need to watch the episode. I need to watch the show and stop being lazy.
He knows. Watch it first and then we'll talk.
See, my thing is, I have a bad habit of before conventions, I'm just like, what is the most popular shows? Because I'm gonna get so confused at like half the cosplayers, and then it's like I was getting ready for the one in February, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna binge watch Demon Slayer, and I got through like both seasons within like I think like I don't know, a few days, like within like a week. And I was telling my boss about it. She's like, "Oh, you're into Demon Slayer?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Yeah, that's like the one anime I'll watch." And I was like, "Okay." So
That's like the one anime I'll watch.
So
Wow.
I was showing up to our morning meeting like before everyone else was in chat, and I was like, "Hey boss, like yeah, I finished Demon Slayer." She's like, "Wasn't it great?" And I was like,
Bro.
"Yeah, it's great."
Your boss is cool. I wish I had a boss like that.
She literally she asked me, she's like, yeah, I'm trying to get into like more anime because like I only watch anime with my boyfriend, but he's an asshole. So I don't watch anime with him anymore. I want to watch my own shows. So
Counterpoint, if you give me a raise, I could get you into more anime.
Well, she asked me for a list, so I literally gave her like a list of like 50 shows she might like. And she's like, okay, I guess I'll watch it. So last time I checked, she started watching Spy Family.
True. I like Spy Family. It's
But yeah, but she was excited. She's like, oh, you're watching Demon Slayer? Like, it's great, right?
Take that. Allergies are kicking my ass. See me.
I meant to level up some before streaming him, but no fear.
Oh well.
Well, I won't say no fear.
No, you gotta embrace. Yeah, you gotta embrace it like Terra. Just.
Yeah.
I also like how people apparently can't read movie descriptions because people got mad at the recent quote-unquote movie in the theaters, and they're like, guys, they never said it was a movie. It's literally, it says in the trailer, it's showing the final 2 episodes, and then episode 1 of like the new arc. Like, it's not a movie like the second one. Like, it literally tells you what's episodes.
Yeah, one of my friends already told me that before I went in, so I was like, well, I know not to be disappointed.
I just showed up. I was like,
I just showed up. Oh yeah, you did just show up. That's right.
Uh-huh.
That was funny.
You just showed up to the movie?
Yep.
So I told him 2 days prior that like I might buy a ticket and just go and just like because I have a day off. So I didn't tell. We went with a couple of friends. I didn't tell any of them, and so I was gonna reveal myself before the movie started. But then I just never found the right moment to do it. So we waited until the movie was over. I was sitting behind them. They were all like, oh, yeah, that was cool. That was great. And I just leaned over like, yeah, wasn't that a great film? And they're just like, what are you doing here?
That was hilarious.
I was like, I knew it. I knew he was going to be here. I think Kevin is the one that gets me every time because he's like, Ian, you gotta stop doing this.
I was like, you gotta stop doing this.
You want to know what a weird movie theater kind of with friends? I had a group of friends and we were going to go see Premiere. We literally had one dude buy a ticket and he only showed up because he wanted to see the trailer for what is that game with the purple girl hair? Chandra? No, what is it? It's like some, I don't know, older game, but it was being and he's like, okay, I saw my trailer, bye guys. I'm like, what, you bought a movie ticket just to see the trailer? Like, you gonna stay for the rest of the movie?
That's a special level of something. I don't know what, but that's a special level of something.
He likes a lot of waifu stuff, so he's like, I gotta see my waifu.
Oh, bruh. I gotta say though, there was a lot of different trailers for this movie. It was like, AMC is like releasing the anime theater. What do we release? How about one of everything? Yes.
I was like, are these trailers even anime? Except that last one.
There's like Guardians 3, there was the Dragons, there was some other movie that was
Dungeons and Dragons.
Thank God they didn't play the trailer for Evil Dead Rise. I think y'all would have been like, oh no. Actually, you know what's funny? If they had played the trailer for Evil Dead Rise, it would have been more than appropriate in a Demon Slayer movie theater.
I see.
And it would have freaked y'all out. But it's also like, hey, you came to see a thing about demons. Yeah, but these are anime demons, not Hollywood demons.
It was so awkward when I went to see my Showtime because like I went after work, but it was like also after I got my hair done, so it was like later at night. And like I was like, okay, well it's like 15 minutes for the movie, you know, people tend to like, some people are already there, right? So I go in and to the theater and there's like no one there, and I'm like, okay, I know I'm not the only one who bought my ticket because
when we last checked, we were the only ones who were supposed to be in the movie theater.
Supposedly.
So the initial plan for me was I was supposed to walk in, and I had on YouTube I pulled up the death whistle from Puss in Boots 2, and I was gonna walk in with that playing.
Wow.
Yeah, then it just didn't happen.
That would have been better if you did that.
It's okay.
I
There's
mean,
always
we did.
next time.
We did eventually get people. Like people did start to show up, and then there was like 6 kids that like randomly showed up. So I'm like, you guys are here for a demon slayer? Like demons?
I know. I see kids trying to get into Demon Slayer. Like in MagFest, there was this one little girl. She was cosplaying Nezuko. I was like, that's cute, but also why?
No.
I'll be like people because like I understand some kids like will watch anime, but I'm also like there are also some animes I'm like, do you think a kid watch this? They're like, yeah, Demon Slayer is fine, and then it's literally a scene of like some dude getting his head ripped off, and it's like, okay.
I guess Demon Slayer is like the equivalent of our Dragon Ball Z in our childhoods.
Right.
I don't know, but sure.
Like, not entirely, but in a sense.
It took me years.
Yeah, let's watch this anime at 6. Oh, this is character Tien Shinhan. I like. Oh my god, he's missing an arm.
Yeah, it took me years to realize that the purple stuff that they had drooling from them was actually just discolored blood.
Yes.
They're just like, yeah, we're gonna change it to purple, and I'm like, why is that bleeding purple? And then it was years later, I'm like, oh, they were censoring it. They're actually bleeding blood. That's Dragon Ball Z for you. Everyone was bleeding purple on Cartoon Network.
I don't think traumatizing, but you might as well have been traumatizing.
I don't know. They will find a way to try to censor it. Because I think in the original Yu-Gi-Oh, they were like, yeah, if you got sent to the Shadow Realm, Shadow Realm was actually, no, you died.
It's actually hell.
You died.
Right, yes.
And
I feel like yeah, as much as they try to cover that stuff up, I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure if you go to hell, that means you're dead.
Yeah.
So you're not fooling me.
Exactly.
And then they changed the same thing in the Men in Black cartoon series because like in the original thing, the little flashy thing didn't exist in the original concept. It was basically like if you were a witness, you didn't get your memory erased, they would just kill you.
Well then.
Oh, we got a big ball. Oh look, my friends have arrived.
Coincidentally.
Conveniently. Yeah, conveniently.
Aqua. So conveniently, my friends have shown up in the same place as me.
Yep.
I feel like every Kingdom Hearts game has at least one guard armor-esque boss.
True.
Oh yeah. For at least one in every game.
So Aqua, you're swinging first. Wait, what? I don't.
Hey, ladies first. Am I right?
No. Yeah. So that Terra, that means you go. We can talk later. Right now.
Hang out with Maleficent lately?
Quite good. What, the big dragon? Dragon? I didn't see any dragon. Yeah, there's a lot going on there. Okay, well, I also went to this world with Cinderella. Yeah, about that. She just kept talking about basketball the entire time. I don't know what was going on there.
Oh, you know. The princesses do be ballin'.
Ballin'.
Want some? Princesses of Heart, more like the princesses of ballin'.
Princesses of Heart. Yeah, so Cinderella's our point guard. Aurora's our center.
The lineup?
Yeah, the lineup.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh wait, so Snow White's gotta be our what else? I forgot, I don't remember all basketball position.
Yes, I know.
Point guard, center. Oh no, so Snow White will be a forward. There you go. She's forward number 1.
Yep. Come back.
But no, for real though, it is so wild that there's literally a portion of the Birth by Sleep fan base that will literally ship Aqua and Cinderella together. There is fan art of them.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I've been in. I've seen enough things that, like, yeah, I believe it.
I'm just like, okay.
You might just want to take a run for a second here. Ooh.
Right when I was about
You gotta love when a boss hits you just when your healing ability is about to come right back to you.
Oh, totally.
That doesn't piss off every gamer on the planet ever.
Not in the slightest.
No. What really sucks is when you're trying to heal, and then Donald heals you right after you heal yourself, and then now you have to also
Don't
double wait.
Remind me.
You have to double wait for your magic to come back.
That made me
You
so
just-
mad
because you
when I
wasted
streamed
it.
Kingdom Hearts 1.
You just stare at Donald like, are you serious?
Donald, are you serious?
Did you really seriously just heal me right now?
There's no worse feeling in the world to be in the middle of a boss and you hear Sora go, heal, and then you hear Donald go, heal, right after you.
You hear you go, wah! And then all of a sudden you're healed. Like, wait, what?
What just happened?
Did you just... Like, the fight's over, Sora's, like, catching his breath, and then he just walks over to Donald, smacks him on the back of the head.
You know, knowing Sora, he would.
He would.
Stupid duck.
Stupid.
Just stupid duck. Doesn't elaborate
Stupid duck.
farther.
You made me look bad.
That too.
Look what you did.
Ow! What did I do?
A tad bit of grinding might be necessary for this. Actually, let me check your stats too. Oh, his defense is pretty low, that's why.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Your
all
defense
strength.
is trash.
Yeah, all strength, no bulk.
That's why
a winning
Cinderella be
strat,
putting
right?
up 36 points. Your defense is garbage.
I said 36 points, not negative 36.
Fire! Heal! Want some? Fire! Take that!
Yeah, I'm good.
Take that!
Why do these unversed sound like sheep?
Sure.
Bye.
Like, do these look like sheep to you? Whose design idea was this?
Want some?
Indeed. Indeed.
That's right.
I'm curious so long to load back up. There you go. Oh. Just like, where is my heal? Where is it? Where it be? Where does it be?
Where does it be?
Where does it be, indeed? Okay, we're gonna have to change our strat up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Just cure is so frustrating to me.
Yeah, so I think a countermeasure would be equipping potions and cure.
Right.
Take that! Freeze!
Diamond dust.
You whiff!
Want some?
Yo!
Want some?
God, do I really want to drive 2 hours to go to the pond?
Take that. Stars over there.
No, there's like this one guy that I really want to see, and he's going to, and like I've never really seen him on the East Coast much, but the convention is like across the bridge, and I'm just like, do I really want to drive like 2 hours just for like a day con? It was 2 days, but I probably will only go a day.
2
That
hours
is
is
quite
not
a dilemma.
2 hours is not that bad. Now, of course, if you're pushing it past like 2.5, that's where you go. Oh, man.
Yeah, it's like 2 hours roughly, and then it's like the thing's only open from like 10 to like 4, I think. That would necessarily can still get back at a reasonable time.
Right.
It's also like, do I really want to like drive all that way for like a few hours? I mean, ticket price isn't that bad. It's like $20.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
But then it's just like, you just gotta drive, and then I gotta fight big holes, and I'm just like,
Not eating my leg right now. Terra, don't smack my leg.
What?
Yes.
Not sus, but okay.
Ah! Okay, feel better. All right, come on, Terra. Don't fail.
He failed.
I want to say maybe you want to save before you get down there. Yes.
Oh, totally.
I thought Terra was the king of failure.
He
Graduate.
is in the running.
Graduate a failure university.
Soothing crystal.
The problem, like every time I keep trying to do like Stephen Hay, it turns into Uncle Raja. Hiya.
I mean, they both essentially sound roughly the same.
It's very similar, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if Uncle Roger sends people to Jesus though. I think that's the big difference.
You never know. Unless he outright says.
He's like, I don't kill people, I just disappoint in you. Just disappointed.
Disappointment? I'm used to that. Okay.
Where are the enemies? Where are the enemies?
Oh, they're coming. Very shortly. Gives me a chance to level up some commands anyway. Some melding.
Yep.
Freeze! Want some? Let's go.
My other Discord doesn't. Like, hey, come watch this movie with us. I'm like, nah, I wish I could, but nah, I'm good.
Is it a good movie?
Well, in my opinion, it is. It's a scary movie.
You're done.
To be fair. To be fair. Did pause playing Hogwarts Legacy for this.
You're about to get addicted to Hogwarts Legacy.
What do you mean, am? I already am.
I know. I was being sarcastic.
Oh, this game.
What?
It's so good.
Oh, your wizardry.
I'm very gifted. That's what my mommy always said to me.
See, I guess I could say unfortunately. I unfortunately was part of the Twilight crew growing up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You have my sympathy. Yeah, you have my sympathy.
I read my friend gave me her book and she's like, you should read this new series, it's really great. So
oh my god. That's how it starts.
So I read the first book, and then we had a book fair, and they had the second and third book on sale at the book fair. I bought the second and third book, and this was like right around the time the first movie was announced. So they also were already working on the movie, and I was like, oh, cool.
I would say.
Yeah.
Bro.
So I was like, cool. Like I just started this new series, and there's a movie coming out. Awesome. And I think the final book was also supposed to come out within like the next year or two. So we were just like, this is really great. I'm having the time of my life. And yeah, I don't know. Yeah, no. Listen, my friend and I were into it way too hard because we were the type of people that like if the movie started at 5, we would get to the movie theater at like 1 and would just line up in the air.
Oh my god.
Because this is before you pick. This is before like you could buy your seats online. So you were like, oh,
Yeah.
make sure I get my seats.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know. You got to get there as early as possible, dude. I will never forget being.
Oh my god! And then a fight almost broke out because somebody thought they were skipping in line, but they're like, no, we're just trying to get to the bathroom.
Bruh.
Bruh, I remember being in Chicago, going to the movie theaters, going to see Madagascar 2 of all things. And I had to pass all of these teenage girls. And I mean, like, every teenage girl in the city of Chicago must have been in this movie theater. With Twilight written on their cheeks. They're all there in their pajamas. They all just look like they woke up and got out of bed. And I'm like, what the hell is going on?
I have all 4 books, unfortunately. I actually read the 4th book in one day. Like I've never been able to accomplish something like that ever again. I was like, they're like, you read a book in one day? Like, yeah, I read it all 756 pages, and I still was able to get 8 hours of sleep, and I was able to watch half of Titanic while I was reading it.
Don't worry, I can read all 4 books. There's not a whole lot going on. Time just flies.
Yeah, the 4th book made no sense. I was like, what is going on? I think by the time the 4th book did come out, I was like, I think I was starting to be on my way out. I was like, I had a high, and then I was like, oh, wait.
Dude,
I
don't remind me of that. Oh my god.
What did you do?
No, it's just, I remember trying to read the first Twilight book, and I'm like, I can't do this.
It's definitely weird. Like, I went back and reread. This is how bad it was, because when I was in the height of it, I had these little, like, you know, like those Post-it notes, like where it's like you used to use for like school. That's like the thin strip ones, and you like put it on the page, like you tab it on the page. I had a couple of those, and I would usually tab it on the page of like some of my favorite scenes in the book. And so I remember going back, and I'm just like, what? Why is this happening? And there was literally, I shit you not, there's a line, I think in the second book, where it's like, and then Arrow laughed, and he goes, he. I'm like, you already said he laughed.
She actually writes in the book.
Good writing, totally.
He didn't even put the he there. He already wrote, and then he laughed. Like,
It's definitely a repeat.
Yeah, so I tried. Okay, now, to be fair, I made the mistake of watching the first movie first, and then trying to read the book, and that was not a good idea.
The first movie is a very indie feel, because, I don't know, it's based off a book. They didn't think it was going to be that popular. But then the film company was like, whoa, we made a butt ton of money. Okay, everyone.
Oh, yeah.
So all the film rights, all the money, give them Twihards.
Yeah, no, it makes sense, because yeah, they made their first Twilight because it was an earnest effort from the directors, so you know, they wanted to turn this book into a movie, and they didn't think it was going to be that popular. Turns out, it ends up influencing every young author adaptation since then. I mean, you can thank the Hunger Games, or Twilight, for the reason that we have the Hunger Games.
And you can thank Twilight for the reason why we have 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, God!
It is based off of fan fiction.
I repressed that.
It was based off of fan fiction.
Oh my god.
And you know what? I feel like I might have read the fan fiction before, because I was like, what the hell is this?
The worst part about this is, like, I used to hate Twilight, And then I find out about the existence of 50 Shades of Grey. I'm like, wow, I really should have saved a lot of that anger for this, because this is atrocious.
Yeah, I really feel like somebody had sent me a recommendation of what it used to be as a fan fiction, because I remember seeing one story where the lady's like, hey, I'm actually going to stop writing on fanfiction.net because I'm working on a book, and I think that might have been the same lady.
Right.
And I'm just like, what is happening?
So long.
Oh gosh. No, I just. What I was gonna say was so I watched the film. I made it to the part where they got to the greenhouse, and then this is back in the days where like you had to get Netflix movies mailed to you. So I was like, I can't do this anymore. I took the disc out, put it back in the envelope, and was gonna put it in the mailbox, and then I'm just like, might as well see this through. So I took it back out of the envelope, put it back in. Oh no! I watched the film. I didn't enjoy any of it, but I watched it. And then, I tried to read the book, and I think I got about as far as the scene where Edward saves Bella from the four guys who are going to be phased to her.
So you're like 1/3 in.
You're about a third into the book, and I said, I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. The language is killing me.
So long.
I was like, I feel like I have to give Kristen Stewart a little bit of credit, almost.
Here's the thing, because they're not terrible actors. They just have crap to work with.
Yes, I mean, like she plays Bella in such a way that's like a lot of like the shit that I had to read in that book was like internalized. Like it was more of all. She like didn't. Yeah, it was like all that internal monologue. It's like I did not want to see or read all that, and it was driving me up the wall. She was just like, "Oh my god, I don't like rainy weather, Seattle. Ugh, I'm like a desert woman. Oh god, these kids want to talk to me and they want to be friends. Why would they do that?" I was just sitting there like, "Oh, stop it!"
You know what? Now that I think about it, I had a revelation. You know what the kids in the Twilight story remind me of, with the high school students? They're like the kids from Persona 4. They're like, we live in a small town and nothing ever happens. And then you show up and then all this crazy stuff happens.
I legitimately think the funniest thing about Twilight is the fact that Anna Kendrick was in all 4 films, and then in one of her interviews she's like, "Oh my god, I was in that movie. I completely forgot."
Yeah, I think for the longest time, Anna Kendrick was literally like the most successful like post-Twilight. And then eventually Robert Pattinson was able to get his big break, and then like Kristen Stewart was in a few good movies, but I don't know what's happened with Taylor Lautner. I think he might just not be able to act.
No, he can't act. No,
he cannot act, but he has the body that people think is good. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got
it's
Chico Wow Wow body.
It's the problem is he was given bad. First of all, between Twilight and Shark Boy, he's given bad material to work with, and then they tried to thrust him into the spotlight as a leading man. It's like, no.
He was like okay in Abduction, and then they try to make him like be Stretch Armstrong, and they're like, "Why are you giving him crappy stuff to work with?"
Yes.
I'm like, Stretch Armstrong movie? Who would want to watch a Stretch Armstrong movie?
I mean, I imagine somewhere in some universe, having your first 2 major films where you're a boy who's basically a human shark, and then a film where you turn into a werewolf, like, would be successful for somebody, but it was not for him.
Yeah. The least he could have done was return for the Shark Boy and Lava sequel, and people were like, "Is it Adult Taylor? Is he back?" They're like, "No, we got somebody else."
Wait, he had a sequel?
Is it Adult Taylor? No. Taylor's like, what the hell makes you think I want to come here?
The marketing team knew, because for a while, all the posters that had like an adult Shark Boy was not showing his face, but they showed like a tan dude, and everybody's like, "Oh, Taylor Lautner's coming back!" And it was like some random dude, and they're like, "Who's like this guy?"
Marketing team's like, we'll just do a little trolling. Like,
like,
you think it's this guy? Well, it's actually not.
It was I, Dio.
It was me, Dio. Oh,
somehow.
Oh, you approach me?
But yeah, that was a really weird late high school, college period of Twilight. But I don't know.
Yep.
To be fair, though, and you gotta give credit where credit's due with fandoms. Like even when you have like a fandom and stupid stuff that happens in the fandom, usually or not fandom, where you have like stupid stuff that happens in canon, and then people are like, we don't like what happened, so we're gonna just fix it fanfiction. And sometimes people had a better written story as a fanfiction than the actual story.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I've seen that in most fandoms.
We can see that in a lot of different fantasy series. You think J.K. Rowling knew what she was doing with Harry Potter when she first started? No. No. The amount of massive improvements that have been made to the story over the years has been pretty great before we found out she was a terrible person, but you know.
I still remember the day, because I think it was, what was it? I think it was Otakon years ago? I went to Otakon years ago, and it was the same day, it was a Saturday, and it was the same day that the final Harry Potter book was coming out. And there was a few people cosplaying, and there was like, I think a Barnes & Noble's nearby, like down the street. And so I remember getting food, and there was people in line trying to get to the book, and there was also people at the convention. And I just remember this one guy, like, he had the book, and he starts, like, I guess, I don't know if he had, like, a leaked copy or whatever, but he starts, like, naming off all the random people that died, and to the people in line, and you just see this one girl just, like, crying her eyes out.
Yes! What a dick thing to do. Because, like, that last book is... People don't understand. You know, there's a lot of characters, like, in that last book, like, way more than the movie does. The movie kind of glosses over this, but, like, there's a lot of characters in that last book that died. And, like, you get attached to these people, and you're like, oh my god, no! It's like, yeah, no, this... Like, there's a reason, like, again, Harry Potter is one of those few movies where there's a good reason why they had to split the last book up into two, because there's a lot that happens in that last book.
I mean, let's see, there's just, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 8 people, I think? I don't know.
It's a lot. It's quite a lot.
But
and
yeah,
it's not like... well, here's what I was gonna say. It's not like little characters. I'm like, no, a lot of them are side characters, but like, there's been like some like big characters who have really made big impacts in the story throughout the books that do pass away. And it's like, oh my god, it's messed up. It's messed up.
Yeah, I had stopped reading it at probably like third or fourth book, and then I think I probably gave up on the movies. But that's okay, because apparently ABC Family and USA is like, hey, we have a Harry Potter weekend every other weekend. Please check out our Harry Potter weekend. I'm like, bro, I don't feel like watching your Harry Potter weekend. Like, shut up.
It's like, I don't need y'all for this. I have the DVDs. I'll do that on my own. Surprisingly, most of the Harry Potter movies still hold up. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Got him.
Yeah, man.
Terra!
Ben, now! Come on!
Got him.
Defeated.
We make a good team.
Sure do. Oh, yeah. I got you these tickets.
Oh, I love this part.
For what?
Lifetime passes to Disney Town. He said to... he said to take 2 grown-ups.
2 grown-ups.
Get played.
Emotional damage.
We need to get you home.
It's
It's
okay.
embarrassing.
Trust me,
Yep.
that guy in the mask is history. We'll never badmouth Terra again.
You saw the boy in the mask?
I fought the boy in the mask.
Yes?
Vanitas.
I am the boy in the mask.
I know, right?
You let Aqua take you home.
No way. I want to go with you guys.
You can't. We have a dangerous task ahead of us. I don't want you to get hurt.
And what is this dangerous task, Terra? It doesn't sound like what the Master told you to do.
It might be a different route, but I'm fighting the darkness.
I'm not so sure. I've been to the same worlds as you, and I've seen what you've done.
Stop messing up, Terra.
You shouldn't put yourself so close to the darkness.
In lay terms, yes.
Listen to yourself, Aqua. Terra would never.
You mean you've been spying on me? Is that what he said to do? The Master's orders?
He was only...
Emotional, damn it!
Yo, it's a twofer. Bruh. Who's the one who's emotionally damaged though? That's the question.
Terra's been getting roasted twice.
Yeah.
He's like, you've been spying on me?
Wait, I thought the first one was for Ben.
The first one's for Ven, this one's for Terra.
Dang.
Terra!
Just stay put. I'm on my own now. All right?
Oh, he's
Terra,
throwing a hissy
please,
fit.
listen. The Master has no reason to distrust you, really. He was just worried.
Guys!
That's cap. That's full
That's a hard
cap.
Oof,
Also-
Terra got gaslit. Yeah.
Also, you just met up with each other. Good talk.
Great talk. Disney Town pass. Lifetime passport to Disney Town.
Man, come on.
Master.
Imagine having a lifetime pass to Disney World. That'd be fun.
That'd be amazing.
Free of charge?
Mm-hmm. Oh, look who it is.
It's that old coot. He won't stop asking for you. I came all the way out here to get you, just
Now
so
the question is it him or
What do you
is it
mean?
him at this point in
I
time?
have to spell it out.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Xehanort, whatever he's called. You know, my prisoner.
You're apparently not a very good liar. Master Xehanort would never let himself be caught by a thug like you.
As
Are you
if.
sure about
I
that?
got the old coot at my mercy. See for yourself. I'm holding him underneath the outer gardens.
Oh my god, what
Better
an
show
idiot.
up before I lose my patience.
There's no
See,
way it's true.
if you tell him something,
But no
it's
harm
simple.
looking.
If you tell him something, he'll do
Is it
it.
no harm looking?
Yes.
Terra, how many times are you gonna get gaslit before you figured this out?
Listen, he is all muscle, no brain. We've
I know,
established
but
this.
still.
I am all muscle, no
Has
cream.
some common sense.
There's
I'm
a
just-
reason he
muscle, no
failed
cream.
this test. But yeah, going back to the cutscene though, that is a very interesting question. Is he him or is he him? Because we really don't know when him existed in the timeline quite yet.
After what we've learned, that scene is like now the context is completely different.
Yeah, it's just like, are you like who you really are, or are you not who you really are, but you're pretending you are who you are?
What kind of mind games are you playing?
What kind of mind games you play?
Oh my god. I mean, and after some of the revelations that came out towards the end of the mobile game, I'm just kind of like, bruh, can you like stop just like body snatching people?
This man really can't help himself, can he?
Yeah, it's like shows up and they're like, I'm like, bro, this is literally like, stop stealing people's bodies.
You didn't tell me this would happen. Never said it was future.
Dude, it's always fun going back to playing the old games like after the recent games, because then you're like, and then you just kind of look at it and you're like, Nomura somehow.
You're like,
Like,
Nomura, did you plan this all along?
Did you plan this all along, Nomura?
Yeah, totally. I knew what I was doing the entire time. Rob, stop.
I honestly, okay, because I would not be surprised if Tetsuya Nomura really is taking the quote-unquote manga approach, because he used to, his art style was very manga-ish when he first started out Square Enix, and what I mean by the manga approach is that sometimes manga artists or mangaka would have like a general, like they'll have literally a written outline of like what they plan, like from start to finish, what they plan to do and how they want to end the story, and then it's just more of just hashing out the details.
No, see,
Right.
that's what I would like, and I think that's a good way to write a story.
And it's just kind of like, and you just, get it done. And I'm wondering if he's doing that, and and that's why, like, when you look back on it, it's just kind of like he knew everything all along, like pulling things out of his ass. I'm like, no, he planned this all along.
Right. Yeah. No, I think that's a good sign of a story. It's like when you know where it's going to end, it's a question of how long are you going to keep us on this journey.
Yeah, like what's the middle part? Like you have the beginning and the end, and then like scraps of the middle. Like it's like where does the middle part end?
The readers are like the children in the back of their parents' car on a 4-hour road trip. Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Yeah, I still can't get over the beta trailer for the very first game because there's literally like a whole bunch of stuff going on, and there's literally a line that's like, "We gotta rescue Sora. Sora's disappeared." And I'm just like, "Wait, what?" I'm like, hold on, let me rewind. Like, when does this video come out? And it's like, this video was released
like,
11 years ago on YouTube, and I'm like, wait, what?
Freeze! Take that!
I'm just like, okay, Nomura, I see what you're doing. I just need him to like stop taking his sweet time. Be like, please.
Takes way too much of a sweet time.
Yep.
Like, okay, get this done faster, please.
Right.
We all know what happened to FF15.
Right.
Bruh, they took him off the game because I think he wanted, like, one of the things he wanted to do was make it a musical. Supposedly, that was one of the early concepts.
A musical?
A musical.
Huh.
I don't know.
Kingdom Hearts.
Concept.
A musical.
The concept's so different though, from what he wanted for 15 than what we actually, or not 15, back then it was versus 13, from what we actually got.
Oh, yeah.
Because the theme of death.
Take that!
God damn it, Nomura! He's making more.
Did you just realize what's happening with Kingdom Hearts 4?
Yes. Listen, I'm on to you, Nomura.
She's like, oh my god, I just cracked the code.
Versus 13, with a lot of the things in Versus 13 was going to be around the theme of death. There was literally a character, like literally one of the things with Noctis' family was around death. And what is happening in 4? He's literally in a purgatory-like area, and you have to get him out. You, Nomura.
I'm on to you. I know what you're doing.
He's salty from getting kicked off the game. So he's like, you know what? Square Enix? I don't have to listen to you. Disney can give me money, and I'm gonna make Kingdom Hearts 4 into my Versus 13.
I'm taking my ideas and I'm running with them, and there ain't nothing you can do about it.
Exactly.
That's the best night ever.
It's literally just the moment in the middle of a sentence. You just, oh my god, I figured it out. That was great.
That's what she realized. Tetsuya Nomura was up to.
God.
It was at this moment that she knew what he was doing.
See, this is what happens when you study way too much about a game, and you've done way too many panels about a game for this game for way too much, that you have figured out the patterns from a Japanese man who are
Her room is like that one scene from Community with Charlie Day where he's like, I got it all figured out.
Oh my
You just see the conspiracy board just up there like, no, this is all a part of it, and I'm going to break it down and explain it.
Because he literally has a Noctis-like character from the Veromax video game that we thought was just literally an Easter egg, and they're like, no, actually, there's nothing going on with that contact, and then just...
Gather!
Oh my god. I'm on to you. If I ever meet Nomura, like literally, if I ever meet Nomura in person, I'm gonna like whisper in his ear like that one George Bush meme, and I'm like, I know what you're thinking.
You're not living up to the legend.
Like, I know what you're thinking. I know what you have planned.
That's funny.
That's the funniest realization tonight.
So great.
I'm so mad right now. I'm blown. I don't understand how blown I am right now.
Yeah, I'm so mad right now.
Like, I literally was talking about verse 13, and I was like, yeah, that's the theme of death. Now, wait a minute, I've seen this before.
I guess is this a shoe moment for you, Courtney?
Oh. Be careful, she gonna take that and turn it around on you.
You're the one who said don't bring up the shoe incident again.
And how many times did you actually listen?
Oh.
You can't argue.
The shoe incident is probably still the funniest thing.
That was pretty funny.
Like, shoe size don't matter, and you're just like, huh?
Yeah.
I just let it roll. I'm just like, I'm not gonna elaborate. I'm not gonna explain it. We're just gonna keep going.
Like
I think that's
5
what made it
minutes.
hilarious, because you were just like, I'm not
And
gonna
then
say
and then 7 minutes later, it's like,
You're like, wait a
minute.
I will hunt you down.
Oh my goodness.
I was actually mad. I was like, wow. I was like,
That
legit
took me
mad.
like 5 solid minutes.
I'm just sitting there. The stream's paused. I'm like, huh? He hasn't come back to the stream in a while. Upstairs, all of a sudden, at the top of my face, I hear. I'm just doing the death whistle.
Oh my goodness.
There's an idea.
That's funny.
Pick it up.
Oh god, I my throat hurts from that.
I gotta breathe. Hold on, I gotta breathe. Córale, gatito. We've been quoting the wolf non-stop lately.
He is one of the best animated villains ever made.
We're sitting there playing Fortnite, and our friend Kevin sees a villain. He sees somebody shooting at him in the corner. Go ahead, run for it. Makes it more fun for me.
Oh my god.
So,
Bruh. This is why you were telling people. This is the co-commentary is the best.
but like,
Random stuff be happening.
we've talked about this, but well, I'd say maybe not we, this group, but like our other mutual group has talked about this, but like, kind of surprised that Puss in Boots did not win Best Animated Picture this year.
Yeah, I was surprised.
So, and the good thing is, Guillermo's Pinocchio is on Netflix, so we can watch it at our disposal at any time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna have to give that a gander.
I mean,
Especially because I have to get "It's Just Me" out of my head. I have to get it out of my head. Right, Father, when can I leave to feel my own? Horrible. I'm laughing, but I'm laughing through the pain.
He's laughing through pain.
I have something that I want to tell you. I have something I want to tell you too. Bro.
I'm like,
He's the fruitiest. This is the fruitiest puppet that I've ever run across.
unironically, yes.
Unironically. Oh my god. Let's go, Tibble! Great adventures away! Yes, what are you doing?
Like, what did they tell these actors in the studio? Like, just
Nothing.
make whatever random sounds you want?
They told them nothing. That's what happened.
It's also probably outtakes. So like, let's just put these outtakes in here.
You're assuming
I
they
am
had the
very
budget.
curious about those outtakes, actually.
You're assuming that they had the budget for an outtake. I think everything was done in one take. It's the Ed Wood School of Filmmaking. One take. That's all we have. That's all we have budget for. Let's get it right. Didn't get it right? All right, doesn't matter. Moving on. I still will never forget the day my mom showed me Ed Wood's most famous bad film, Plan 9 from Outer Space, and I busted up cracking up at the quote unquote alien spaceship taking off, and it's just a paper plate that they set on fire. And you can see the strings and everything as they're lifting it up into the sky. And I sat there just dying.
Wow.
I'm just in there like, bro, I could do this, and I don't know how to make films. Oh, that day was hilarious. Also, Terra, do you know where you're going? Guys, I think he's lost again.
I think
You're supposed to be looking for the master.
Where is Xehanort when I need him to tell me where to go?
No, that's literally what it is with Terra.
Yep. Terra, I want you to go here. Why? Because I said so. Okay.
Actually, I don't think these guys are being smooth.
Do you, though?
I think I do.
Okay, then.
What? That is, what the heck type of dog is this? Looks like a Pokemon, but okay.
A doggy?
Ooh, Pochito? Chainsaw?
No, it's somebody was like talking about like this looks like either a Digimon or Pokemon. And someone's like, have you ever seen a Bedlington Terrier? And I'm like, it looks like a live action Digimon or Pokemon. What am I looking at?
Right. What am I seeing here? What is this? What is this?
What is that? What even is that?
Okay, first of all, what is that? What even is that? I'll tell you what it is. Well, you know Frieza's always got to have an opinion.
Of course. Frieza's always got an opinion.
Mm-hmm. You're not dealing with the average Saiyan tutorial. Oh, thank we were just here.
Maybe you just yelled some Super Saiyan swagger.
And here's a fact, Vegeta. By the end of this, you are going to be crying like a little bitch.
Did you just yell some Super Saiyan swagger?
No chill. No chill. Oh, it's always hard to make you laugh.
This is a long way to get to that garden.
I know. It's like they couldn't have put it any further out of Radiant Garden, you think?
All this for him to like supposedly make a check. It's not a check.
To make a check. Yeah. I don't want to say anything else. We'll wait till we get there. But I'm like, really? Was it worth it? Is it worth it, bro? Hey, Eric. Xehanort just walks away. Bro, you said you would pay me.
Like, did I though?
But, bro.
Like, is that so wrong? Yes. Agree to disagree.
Bro, Terra is still making his way. If I was Terra, I'd have been like, no, the master's. I got other stuff to do.
Nah, he's screwed. All right, on to my next journey.
Right, his Keyblade. Okay, travels different worlds. I'm just saying. It'd be a little bit more obvious, but still.
Yeah, way easier.
Oh, we finally made it.
Yes. Oof. He said he'd be here, but I don't see anything here. Did I get played?
I think so.
Wait, what?
Master Xehanort!
Okay, seriously, how stupid can you
Certainly
be
knows how to take punishment.
that
Just like
a master got himself duped?
You monster! What are you after? That thing right there. It's called the Keyblade, isn't it? Yep. Seems like these days everybody's got one of those. Even Grandpa there. When I nabbed him, he
not
told me
wrong.
all about it. What a weapon like that can do. How could I not want one?
Well, you'll find they're picky about their owners.
Ah, if I heard the old guy right, you're what they call Keyblade Master material. So if I defeat you, that makes me the real key slinger. If you catch my drift. Not the most polite way to go about it, but what can you do? One more step and the coot goes boom. You think I'm gonna fight fair?
Please.
As if. That key's too powerful for us to go mano a mano.
Terra.
Terra.
Bruh, what an idiot.
For a Keyblade Master, you're not very... What's the word? Good.
How many people are trying to gaslight Terra?
How many people are just going to give him emotional damage?
Exactly.
That would have been a good one right there.
That's a worthy one right there. Yeah, that's
Matter of fact.
Emotional damage.
Terra, get on.
What are you doing, Terra? Fight!
But Master, you'll...
Never mind me.
Idiot.
You
Oh
must
my
fight.
god.
You can't let this ruffian win. Think of
Already
your
old,
master,
Terra. I'm gonna
Ericus.
die anyway.
The shame he and your fellow pupils would be forced to bear. Use the Keyblade.
I want you to use the darkness that you're not supposed to use, but I'm going to use it anyway because I'm manipulative.
It's literally that.
Also, I just want to point out, because we have the dwarf, the seven dwarves
So much for the bluff.
keyblade on him. He said, you'll notice that the keyblades are very picky, as he has a diamond pickaxe at the front of his keyblade.
Oh, I get it.
Yuck. 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 Anyway, I'm
No, I
gonna
do
fight
like how
Terra.
they reference this to his like Kingdom Hearts 2 fight.
Yep. Do it again. Dummy. I just like how he's like, what do you make you think? I'm not gonna fight fair. And then he proceeds to clobber Terra. Wow, you're really not, what's the word? Good? Wow. That's brutal.
Whoever wrote the script did a really good job, I will say.
I love Terra's story. You just get to watching this get absolutely roasted.
Exactly. It's like, this is just literally Terra getting roasted by everybody.
Yep. Keyblade.
How to gaslit roast Terra.
Yep. A Keyblade with it. You're off to an exceptionally poor start.
Like how to roast a Keyblade loader. 101.
Oh.
Tapping irritating.
Fire! Come on!
Okay.
Thunder!
Stop that.
Now.
Okay.
This man really out.
Did he just say like reload?
just
Like
He did. He really played it. He just did a Call of Duty. Reloading. Reloading.
I know. Like, we playing Call of Duty now? Okay.
normally he says reload.
Yes. He normally reload.
But he was just like reloading. I'm like,
Reloading. Yeah, he's still in the human world, so you know he's playing Call of Duty here.
Also, wouldn't you like not want to tell your enemy that you're reloading?
Yeah, you just where did they go? I don't know what is they all of a sudden from behind the rock. Reloading! They pop up and you're just standing there like, bruh, why?
Oh my god. You know what's the funniest reload I've ever seen? Because I recently been playing the Great Ace Attorney. For some reason, don't ask why, but just for some reason, one of the characters has this like steampunk grenade launcher. And the way she loads it is like so long that the main character's like, why do you take forever to load a grenade launcher? And then you pointed at me, who's your lawyer?
Gotcha now.
She's just like, don't you question my methods? That's literally my job. I am in fact a lawyer.
Of which she also stole the gun from Sherlock Holmes' partner.
Bro. Bro.
Who's a 10-year-old. She's like, yeah, that's my... She's like, yeah, you stole my gun. They're like, well, you can't take it back. And she's like, oh, well, I'll just use my grenade launcher. I'll just pull out my rocket launcher, which is taller than her.
No, now I'm afraid of the macaroni launcher. Don't hit me with a macaroni launcher, man. You're gonna make me sad. All this wasted pasta.
Bro's moving so fast, he got After Effects after him.
I hope that Terra's a slower character.
Well, it also doesn't help that like Terra's like actually living up to what this guy said about him. Like, Terra, you want to win? You want to win? Would you like to win?
Gotcha now. Take that.
I would hope so.
He's calling Terra trash. He's like, you trash. You just much trash.
Reloading!
Fire!
Nice. There you go.
Okay, let's go. Take this!
Yep. See, now if I let him attack, if I let him just do his thing, we get there.
Fire! Thunder! Take this!
Like, I like that he's still loading and he still, like, tracks you down.
It's so dumb.
Take that!
There you go.
Come on!
You're like, alright. I think because you weren't in the zone area to trigger it, so he probably was like, oh, you're not here.
You're done!
There you go, he's getting clapped.
Come on! Want some? I can see you.
That's good.
I mean, it's not like there's a place to hide.
Yeah, you literally brought me out to this, whatever this is down here, to fight me.
And you suck.
I don't care. The story's still 3-1.
Hey, Sierra. Thanks for joining. Finish. Ouch.
My eye!
My eyes, they're burning.
9!
Nice.
I was not aware it can scar people, but sure.
I didn't know the Keyblade could do
What
that.
is he hopping? What is
This power.
Dude,
Well
it was
done,
like hopping
Terra.
backwards like a frog.
You have taken yet another step forward.
But I was consumed by anger, hatred. That was the power of darkness.
Really?
Darkness that you channeled.
No. I succumbed to it. Just like when I stole Princess Aurora's Heart of Light. I can never return home now. I'm a failure.
Then don't. You could be my pupil.
Bruh.
Master
Oh
Is this
my.
as you see,
Is this his Anakin moment? This is totally his Anakin moment.
Yep.
Not to
Like you would now be known as Doc Terra.
It shines so bright, he forgets that light begets darkness. And Aqua and Ventus, their lights shine too bright. It is only natural that they cast shadows on your heart. Ericus, he's such a fool. Light and darkness, they are a balance, one that must always be maintained. Terra, you are the one who shows the true mark of mastery, but he refuses to see it. And I know why. It is because he fears you. Join me. You and I can do the world.
This is literally an Anakin moment. Almost word from
By
word.
wielding light and darkness in equal shares.
Master Xehanort.
So that's the high ground, Anakin.
See more worlds. Seek out the darkness that upsets the balance. Find Vanitas and bring an end to him. Master Terra.
Oh my
Bro, I'm
god.
telling you, literally, this is literally an Anakin Darth Vader moment.
This is textbook gaslighting.
Textbook gaslighting.
Literally giving him a name that he wanted, Master Terra. He's literally Dark Terra. You are now known as Dark Terra. There you go, Dark Terra. You are now Dark Terra.
Why does he remind me of the guy that always fall behind General Chang in Mulan? The guy who's talking.
What?
The Shifu, the James Hong character.
Oh yeah. It's the beard.
Bruh.
Yes.
It's the neck beard. Dark
Yep.
Xehanort's report.
I have faith in you, Master Terra. Like, you know damn well he didn't deserve that title yet.
Exactly.
Take me with you.
I can't do that, Ben.
We just went over this, Ven.
Why not?
Also, where's Aqua?
I just...
She's like,
When I really need
I need a minute.
I know you'll be there.
Well, why wouldn't I? You're my friend.
Yeah,
Are we friends, though?
you're right. Thanks, Ben.
Okay, I'm not gonna make a comment about that. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna make a comment about that.
Good talk, Ben.
Good talk.
Wait.
Hey, you old coot!
Here we go.
Here we go.
You
Look
said
at
I
him.
get hurt. I didn't sign up to be collateral damage. No way.
Emotional damage!
I like how he's just
Okay,
holding it at him.
Fine. Just put that down. You still need me. You still need me to do something, right?
Yeah, I don't
All
think
I'm
it's
asking is
him
that you
yet.
hold up your end of the bargain. I mean, what's a little scratch on my face, huh? All things considered. I'm just lucky he didn't steal my heart like Princess whatever it was.
Whatever it was.
Unlikely. A powerful light still lives inside of Terra. You see, people like him, they don't have the power to steal hearts.
So wait, you mean he's not the one who stole her heart?
And Khalid-
Who's gonna tell
I mean, my comment wasn't about that. I promised. I promised I wasn't gonna have any more butt jokes like last time.
I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna tell him. Don't you dare! Uh-oh. Man, I just love that. I love that scene. I forgot about that. Hey, you're okay! He just starts open firing on him.
I mean, Terra literally took this man's eye. Who would not be open firing at Xehanort?
Yep.
I'm like, you're literally gonna fire on like one of the most powerful people in the game. Okay.
Yep.
You're gonna lose more than an eye if you keep trying to shoot.
I'm Nick Fury. I don't care.
Xehanor's like, unless you value your life, I suggest you put those away and stop firing at me.
Exactly.
Okay. No, it's cool. You still mean to do something, right?
You did stuff right?
No.
Yeah, he's just like, yeah, about that. No.
I love that scene. I forgot about that cutscene.
Unversed.
Okay, but what if they were like actual legitimate racing? Like,
I'll take you.
you interrupted a race.
Huh?
Exactly. They're interrupting the middle of a race.
Yeah, point there.
And thanks for piping up back there.
God.
I mean it.
Damn, and they're at each other's
The
throats
name's
over to say
Terra.
goodbye.
It's
I
nice
know.
to meet
Power
you,
of
Terra.
Discord.
What are you, nuts? Running out onto the course like that? Yeah, that's against the rules. I'm sure you had your reasons, but I can't say that I approve either.
Well, rules don't apply when you're up against the unversed.
Oh my god.
Why? You sound just like Pete. Look, it's Captain Dark.
Disguised in shadows, the rogue racer reigns. I am Captain Dark.
Captain Cringe.
Who made me miss a new
Like a
track record? Hold on. How's come I don't know you? Somebody bringing in a ring.
Situize live.
I'm not even a racer.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't
My
mute this panel
temptations
because
to try
I'm
and
like, I don't
stop a
need this
primo racer
bullshit
like me
every
from
3
getting the record
seconds.
book.
They want to, because they're arguing.
Now, just a second. You're the
Pete has
no-play
literally
cheater
been
who's
the
always
butt of the
breaking
joke
rules.
for like most of the game.
How
I can
good
say
cheater
this
that always
interests
breaks
me.
the rules.
But I need to defeat the unversed. Tell me what
Like-
I've got to do.
Are you talking
Like,
about
Pete,
all those cards that look
This
like
is
scared,
pointless
ugly
for most of the
monsters?
games.
He's literally just comedy
Well,
relief.
we've only ever seen the monsters on the track. That's it! Terra, you just need to enter the races. And while you're at it, take that Captain Dark down a notch or two. He's always
Right.
breaking the rules
Take him
and
down
causing
several
trouble.
notches.
I have to become a racer?
Now, I'm sure I don't have to tell you.
Who's
I know.
Lightning McQueen?
I'll play by the rules.
Good job.
Yay! Terra's gonna be a new racer! Just come talk to me whenever you're ready. I'll get you
For
signed
someone who's a
up and everything.
queen, she doesn't have like any royal guards nearby her.
They don't care about that. Also, budget restrictions.
I think they do. Oh, good question. I wish I could voice chat with. Oh, sorry, Sarah. You can't voice chat with Twitch. You can only text. I mean, yeah.
Also, it wasn't until like I think Birth by Sleep that I actually realized that Mickey's not even actually the royalty. It was Minnie.
No.
That's why Mickey's allowed to leave so many times.
Oh, who do you think has the pants in that relationship? It is clearly her.
I was like, for someone who's a king, he's sure allowed to leave his world like for days on end. I'm like, yeah, because he's not in charge.
Yeah, Mickey don't really
Now
want to
we
be
know
a
where his
king.
priorities are.
No, Mickey doesn't want to be a king. He wanted to be a rogue. Let's be honest.
Downtown Disney arc. Yo, protagonist N. So glad you dropped in, buddy.
Uh-huh. Downtown would be fun. Captain Dark, more like Captain Cringe.
That was great. Ready to start some rambling?
Terra's,
Sure.
Terra's just standing there, just like, what am I supposed to do with this?
Mm-hmm.
Rumble racing.
Well, now that you're here, I'm going to explain the rules. First, you want to sit in the seat and tighten your seatbelt real tight. Then, you're going to press the right trigger to drive your vehicle. Once you're on the course, make sure you go over the jumps and through the hoops. And don't make that much of a mess. Well, I have to clean it all up later.
Thank you.
Wait, don't forget to finish off. But don't forget to say, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your time here at Walt Disney.
Well, And I hope you enjoy the rest of your stay here at Walt Disney World. I mean Disney Town.
No, because I'm kind of mad because the first part was pretty accurate. Because what was it in California Adventure? There's literally it was a Goofy flight ride where it's like, make sure you like, put your seatbelt on and blah blah blah.
Just press it over and tighten the buckle. Also, if you see Captain Dark, make sure to shoot a missile straight at his backside for me. Thank you.
I didn't realize Goofy went southerner, but okay.
I mean,
always southern.
Yeah, kinda, sorta.
Kind of inflect.
Yup.
Sort of inflection.
That there. Well, that's my little secret. Well, I don't really know what I am.
I really don't think he does. Goofy doesn't know what he is.
Pre-90s Goofy is so wild. Like, I always remember that one short cartoon.
Oh, you mean
about?
the middleman? Yeah, middleman Goofy, Mr. Goof.
Yeah, where it's just like, where it's like the wife was driving out of the yard. She's like, she made it.
No, well, at least she made it out of the driveway this time, bro. Those cartoons were wild. I think it's on. It's funny. I think the DVD I have for a Goofy movie has this really funny like segment about like basically like Goofy's history in Hollywood and how he basically came to be. And like they play a couple of his shorts in there, and one of them is it ends, and I always remember this. It ends with the road rage one, which is just so funny. Or like he has two complete. He's like a Jekyll and Hyde personality. Like when he's out of the car, he's a really nice guy, average Joe, really cool. But as soon as he gets in his car, he turns evil.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
He wants to murder everybody in his vehicle. I'm like, dang. But I also can't blame him. The accuracy is too real because I hate some of these people.
Don't screw it up now, Devin. You're at the finish line. You're at the finish line.
Mario Kart. No. Wait. I'm dead. Okay. No. See no.
Get your butt out of here.
I would have laughed if one of them came at the very back and like got it the last second.
Devin would have stopped the stream, driven to your house, so that he could literally hit you.
No, he would have turned the console on. No, he would have turned the console off and like, we're gonna do that again.
You hear your doorbell ring, and he's just like, I just want to talk. I just really want to talk for a second here.
Dang, Pete, you got 5th place?
Dang, he sucks.
He sucks.
Wait, I like how Huey, Dewey, and Louie finished in order.
Huey, Dewey, Louie, yeah, they did.
I forgot about it.
Spring. Yahoos, just wait. Next time I'll
See, this is why I'm mad we don't have Max Goof. I'm like, how come Donald gets 3 nephews and an uncle, but you can't give me Max Goof?
I know.
You really just wanted to trigger me today.
Emotional damage. Thank you, Sierra.
Don't even get me started on this.
What are you talking about?
Chip means the Million Dreams Award. It's a very
Wait, did they spell million wrong?
dream festival.
Did they?
I think
I saw
did.
it as Milion. Shouldn't that be 2 L's?
Wait. Now I have to check on this.
We're gonna have to check
The
on this.
Million Dream Award. I'm pretty sure I thought I read that misspelled.
Tabs on this, actually.
And since everybody knows how much of a troublemaker Pete is, he probably figured wearing a disguise was the only way he'd get any votes. No votes, no prize. Yeah, the prize is all he really wants anyway. You're not a good citizen. Oh, I think that's very sad. The award is supposed to help us appreciate how much we all look out for each other every day. Well, one thing I know for sure, I'm voting for Terra. Your racing
just got
really
here.
saved the day against those monster carts. Hip hip hooray for Terra!
Go here.
Well, I got something out of it too. I learned that you don't always have to bend the rules to reach your goals.
You think?
All this time,
That's just 101.
I've been staring into the darkness. But
And he's like, what?
Sarah, no.
Just like, what? He's just staring.
She's like, I don't know what that means, but good for you, hun. Yeah, Terra. If you're standing on the edge of the cliff and Master Xehanort tells you to jump in, what you do?
No, okay, never mind. It's right. Million.
Yeah, I checked it.
Regulated.
I checked it. It was correct.
I voted for him too. Now that we got so much business at the shop, maybe we'll be number one. Wow, Uncle Scrooge sure would be proud of us if we actually won. Yeah, and I bet Uncle Donald would be pretty surprised too. Hello, everyone, and thank you for waiting. Now it's time to begin the main event of
For
our
a place that's like
the Million
a town,
Dreams Award
it's very
presentation.
empty.
Wait, they did spell it with one L. Million.
I don't know. I'm a little confused.
I thought it was spelled with two L's.
Where you say
I know.
It is.
Oh, how
Wait.
very
I don't know. It
we
maybe
have multiple winners.
I don't know. Maybe the font makes it a little. No, okay, never mind. That's correct.
Yep.
It's
okay.
It's the L's are squished together. I think that's what's making it. Look-
Yeah.
All three of you.
Ah.
Wait, what?
All three of you made it.
They're not even here.
Here now?
What do you mean? There's gotta be a mistake. Everybody voted for Captain Justice. I made sure. Now go on, tell her.
Who's we?
Better try the other one.
Better try the other one.
The
Are you serious?
Road Racer, Captain Dark.
Wow.
Get off the stage.
Boo!
Pete, we counted the votes very carefully. Ventus, Aqua, and Terra won. Oh, Pete,
Wow.
I think you tried to do something good, but you were doing it for the wrong reasons, and you went
Wait, how
about
did
it
Terra
the wrong
already win
way.
when he literally just
A
got
couple of
there?
citizens
I
must
mean,
have thought
if
you
the
had
voting
been
was that
missing
quick.
votes because you actually got a few votes. They knew you were looking out for them.
Big whoop. I don't need their lousy votes. Just cough up my prize.
Wow.
They
Rude.
voted for you because they believe in you and
Look,
care
Daisy's
about
giving
you.
him. Look,
How could you look down on that? I've tried to forgive a lot of things you've
like-
done, but
like
this
she's
is
blinking.
too much. Now
like,
you
look,
crossed the line.
Like
Oh,
that matters to me. Besides, what are you gonna do about it?
Oh.
I'm going to let you cool off for a while. Guards!
Oh, you what?
Wait, what?
They're brooms.
These are brooms. Hold on.
They walk up there. I'm gonna knock the floor,
What?
witches.
What, they have like Brooklyn accents?
Yes. And what are a bunch of broomsticks gonna do to
Let
me?
me go. Put me down. What? No, you can't. No, no, no. Hey, easy. Ow.
I didn't even pick it up. What is that?
This man punked by a bunch of broomsticks. Feel bad about
Okay.
Shall we
yourself.
continue the ceremony?
Sure.
Weird.
Ventus,
This is weird.
come on and join me on the stage.
Well, I guess I have to be the representative for those two slackers.
Oh dear. It looks like our other two winners couldn't make it here to be with us today.
For shame.
I think this is the one world where Terra's actually last.
Perhaps you
Oh,
can
It
accept
is.
the award on their
It
behalf.
is.
After all, you've been so kind to so many here at the Dream Festival.
Just got here.
Here.
Come
on.
The Million
You
Dreams
literally
Award.
got here,
Talking of how
ran a
much
race,
you
and
matter
apparently
to us.
won.
Congratulations.
And then won an award.
And what? Like my man's literally showed up.
I know, Terra has to be so thoroughly confused
We've
right
created
now.
Something special. An ice cream flavor just for you.
Bruh.
Rockin' Crunch ice cream.
Now served at Disneyland and Disney World.
What's it taste like? Go on, try it.
I actually don't know, but probably.
Rock and Crunch ice cream now available at certain vendors across Disneyland and Disney World trademark.
I like how you did that. Bravo.
What do you think?
Listen,
is
for real though,
fantastic.
I need Walt Disney World to sell some.
Oh, we're all very glad you're
I
enjoying
just got here in downtown Disney and they got ice cream.
Bruh. Yep. Things
Yep.
move quickly. Things seem to move quickly in Disney Town.
They really do.
She thinks she
Bro.
ain't gonna be in a place like this.
They threw him off the planet.
Outta here.
Bruh.
Another dimension?
They threw him into the void.
power.
They're just a bunch of
there?
brooms. How they
Show
do that?
yourself.
That is enough.
They're magical
Stop
brooms.
your sniveling and heed my words.
Okay.
If you do exactly what I may
It's like, okay.
from this prison.
Really? Oh, then you can count on
Yeah,
me.
she straight up put him
Just
in
get
like
me outta
purgatory
here,
prison.
And you
Yep.
can tell me what to do.
A very wise choice indeed.
Minnie don't play.
She doesn't.
She got the power.
She got the power.
With your
Heard of yes, he can? It's yes, she can.
will all be mine.
What an idiot.
Yeah.
That's commentary for Pete. You don't need to say anymore. What an idiot.
Honestly, we barely were in there for like 20 minutes. We like came in, did a race, and left.
And left. Terra, somehow Terra found deeper meaning in all of that. Well, hey, sometimes with the dumb, you gotta dumb it down to get to the result that you need to find.
Sometimes it be like that.
It's just like, I want to race. They're like, congratulations, Terra. So this is how I can stop the power of darkness. Do you want your race trophy?
I like a Minnie and the Chip and Dale are just sitting there like, sure, yes.
Exactly. Like, yes.
I think I remember, I think in my file, I had to go back and run around there because I was like, wait, nothing else happened. What? Nothing happened. I had to fix that. All right.
Ooh, Olympus Coliseum.
Yeah, because I was like, that was it?
Yeah.
Bruh. I'm like, come on, bro. Wow.
Well, right now he's a 0, not a hero.
I was gonna say, yeah, we just got here and
We
they're
just
already
got
picking
here.
on someone.
Stay back.
Chill, bro.
Does anyone remember Fanboy and Chum Chum when they were little? I remember that show.
You're done. Fire! Thunder! Gather! Let's go. So long.
Oh, well.
Beautiful.
Yep. Making quick work of these guys. Sweet, sweet.
Quick work on these guys.
Want some?
Wow, Terra, you're on fire. No, literally, your whole body has flames on you, bro.
No, it's just afterwards.
Terra, are you? Yeah, okay, I guess he's fine.
He's useless, kind of.
You regularly have flames come out of your body?
Yeah, don't you?
Gather.
Oh, don't knock until you try it. I don't want to try it.
Your arm ain't gonna help you.
Why does that unverse jiggle so much? This guy up in the air, like, I hate blocking him trying to attack him because he blocks his stuff and then you just see him just jiggling and I'm like, oh, stop jiggling.
Jiggle.
It's like trying to hit Poe.
Okay.
Bruh.
Yeah, thanks. Guess they were too much for me.
You
I'm
think?
just gonna have to train harder. You're pretty tough. You really handle those things. Are you here to enter the games?
What games?
The games. To see who's strongest.
I feel like half the time Terrace is like, what is happening?
Where are you?
the games.
No, but see, then the other half is people are not explaining things correctly here. What game? The games. Bro, what does that mean?
Uh-oh. Gotta go. The Coliseum's just up ahead. I hope I get to see you fight there sometime.
A competition. I should find out how strong I really am.
Oh, bro.
Just don't kill everybody, okay?
To be fair, it's not as corny as be like, maybe Terra and Aqua and Ventus are there. Like, oh, why would they be there?
Exactly. But at least in this world, we get to see one of the coolest cameos in this game.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then nothing else happens.
Loki and Terra again, like Pegasus dead. LOL. It's funny.
Yes, and nothing came from it.
What are you giggling about?
I'm just, and yes, only that and nothing else. Only this cameo and nothing more.
Oh yeah, and nothing more.
Bruh, I remember seeing someone post on like I can't remember what it was. Did like a post Cage 3 where they're like, what was it with Terra, Aqua, and Ventus? Like, yeah, we're back at the Olympus Coliseum. Where's Zach? And Hercules like, well, you see about that.
One measly
We don't
warrior
talk about
tough enough
Zach.
to give Zeus a jolt
Him.
of his own medicine.
That.
Wait,
Anyway,
is he powerful? Yes, he's perfect.
This is it.
How sad is this?
Huh?
Pains me to see it. All that power going to waste.
Who are you?
Name is Hades, Lord of the Dead, God of the Underworld, yada yada, how you doing? Hey, let me guess. You're trying to put the kibosh on the darkness inside you. Am I right? Of course I'm right. Well, anyway, bad idea.
Wait, what?
Okay, stay with me. Darkness is inside everybody. Nothing to be ashamed of. You play nice with it, and darkness will be your best friend. But if you go and get all self-conscious and refuse to face it, the darkness will run over you like a debutante at a toga sale. And then where are you? Nowhere. Now me, I look at you, and I see potential. That's right, kid. You got the potential to conquer the darkness
What's
inside
with this
you.
line
And I'll
delivery?
even give you some points.
The potential.
I mean, believe me, if anybody knows conquering,
is this actually
I know
James Woods who
conquering.
does these lines? I don't remember.
Well, let's hear it then.
Pretty sure this is James Woods.
I think it
How
is
do I
him.
conquer the
I
darkness?
wonder what the voice direction was for him.
Easy. You sign up for the games. I know. Please, Lord Hades, the games. But hey, you would be surprised what you can learn in the heat of battle. And don't worry, I'll be right there to guide you every step of the way. I'm kind of what you'd call an expert in the art of darkness. Oh,
Sus.
decide fast. This is a limited time offer.
Bro, that is so sus.
Yes, it is.
I'm an expert in the so-called darkness. You know, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, but is Terra bright enough to think on it?
To be fair, I think by this point, he's learning.
Is he, though?
Listen, a clock is right. A broken clock is right twice a day.
Give me a minute. I gotta think.
He's like, wait a minute.
It's like, that's a new one.
That is a new
It's clever.
I have my moments.
Yes. Good moment.
Good talk. I always love that. Come here. No, come here. I don't want to talk. I just want to have a good talk. There we go. Yeah, these are. This right here is bringing flashbacks. This is me, like, loading up my PS5 loading this game, and I'm like, okay, hold on, where did I leave off here? And this is where I started. I was like, oh, it was right here. Oh, and I'm like, wait, what am I doing again?
Stop.
And I see Hades standing over there at the door, and I'm like, oh, right, I gotta go fight some people. Okay.
No, that's right. You want me to fight some people. Is that it? I suppose. Maybe.
I'll oblige.
Alright, you twisted my arm.
Alright, you twisted my arm.
I mean, what I would say to Hades is say it, don't spray it, dude. I don't think that would work with Hades.
Hey, it's Lord of the Dead. How you doing? Good. Leave me alone.
Exactly. Time to close this deal. Sure. This is a totally good idea.
When are you going to tell me how to conquer the darkness?
Hold your chariot horses.
What an idiot!
He's such an idiot.
Name?
Terra.
Kind of earthy, but all right. Now. Wait.
All right, that's actually a pretty good joke. That's a pretty layered joke. I'll get that.
Kind of earthy.
Come on, Hades. There, ba-boom. Easy peasy. I sense that you're already starting to get all warm.
This man is so
sweet, really.
stupid.
By the time you win the final match here,
He
you'll
puts
have
his
figured
trust
out how
in
to
the dumbest of
conquer it
people.
for good. And don't worry, anything goes wrong, I'll make it all go away. Service with a smile. I got
It
it.
looks like a banana. What?
He's like, I'll be friends with Maleficent. I'll be Hades. Nothing could go wrong.
He kind of
Like,
yeah, he's got a
Talk about
long
these friends you
chin.
have.
Bro, he's got a long ass chin.
She says it apparently looks like a banana.
It's a blue banana.
Gather.
Yeah, isn't me fighting you guys? I'm like, wait, how do you fight in this game? Oh, right, you just do the thing.
You just do the thing. Is that right, Julie?
There, you a dum-dum.
Fire.
He's a mega dum-dum.
Freeze.
Oh, Devin?
Wait. Oh, time.
Man,
Yeah.
time. You're like, what did I do? I'm like, you have time.
He's like,
Give me
why
more
is he
time,
calling?
I'm just saying.
Why is he calling out my name? Oh, whoops.
Kind of maybe forgot the timelines thing.
Well, see, now we want to start implementing time limits. Like, since when?
Won't waste some time with this guy then. Oh, only give me 15 seconds, that's why.
Yeah. I know. Look, yeah, because the times keep changing. It's like,
Gather.
there we go.
30 seconds, okay. That's enough
Right.
time for these guys.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Let's go.
Terra, how many seconds does it take to defeat 3 enemies? Yes.
Gather.
That was getting on my nerves. I was like, just get out there.
Stop. Stop that.
Oh, jeez. Speaking of Disney Toontown, child dragged across the floor of Star Wars Galaxy Edge. More Toontown vandalism at Disneyland.
Vandalism.
Yes. So speaking of like Disney Toontown, or it was a Disney Town, or whatever they call it in the game.
Minnie, we're having some problems in the kingdom.
Let's go.
I know, right? Like, you need to work on that. Oh my!
The Mickey comes back. Minnie, what happened here? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Not a problem. Don't worry about it.
Mickey comes by. Don't worry about it. It's a long story.
Long story.
It's like, Daisy, you can film on the details, right?
Oh God,
Like, what is Daisy? Is she like Lady in Waiting or something? Like, what is
I-
her purpose?
That's a good question.
They never did clarify her role here in the game, did they?
I have no idea. I'm just glad they fixed her model from 1 because Minnie and Daisy's models was like Minnie's head was bigger than Daisy in the first game.
I never noticed that.
Man, why you got a big ass head?
She got a big ass head.
Well, you got a big pimple.
Let's go.
I'm so glad. You know, I will say this: of all the worlds they've made across all of these games, I'm so glad that they actually acknowledge the fact that the 3 people exist.
Wait, what?
In Dream Drop Distance.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the
Yeah, the Musketeers world.
Oh yeah, the Musketeers. Yeah.
We run into Mickey and you're like, wait, King Mickey?
Is that King Mickey?
What's his name?
Not quite.
Never mind.
Like,
we got a score.
didn't they say it was him like undercover though?
Yeah, it was him undercover.
Yeah, so it was like the one we know and not like a variant.
Yeah. Wasn't
But
that
that
very
would be interesting if he did find a variant Mickey in the game.
I mean, isn't technically the Mickey from Toontown
Oh, you mean what's it, the black and white one?
Yes.
Technically, that's him in the past.
Oh. Good save, good save.
necessary.
Oh. There you go.
HP, okay?
Hey, Hades, kind of doing a crap job, aren't you? Because he went through that entire tournament without channeling any darkness, and you said that he would. You kind of lied.
You kind of lied there, Hades.
I'm just saying, you didn't do a very good job.
Oh well, can't all be heroes.
Bruh, you're like literally the most anti-hero person here saying that. Comes with the territory.
Hey, heroes are zeros. Comes with the territory.
Let's make some quick changes. Yeah, I think I ended up having like all of my attacks for Terra are like non-magic. They're like all dash attacks and things. And I was like, oh, yeah, I should throw a potion in here somewhere, shouldn't I?
Wouldn't hurt.
I think what Terra's moveset is, it's more like action-based, less magic-based, while like was more magic than physical, and then Ven's like in the...
Ven's in the middle, then Aqua's more magic. Then...
I just said that.
I have to address this because I forgot to say something about this earlier, but like, right, the cutscene where they're all together in Radiant Garden. I don't know, Terra. I've seen what you've done in the other worlds, and I'm like, and he's like, no, Aqua, Terra would never. Wait a minute. Then you were in the other worlds with them. What were you doing?
That's true.
You didn't see anything else that Terra did over there? What were you doing?
I was like, Ven, you were there. You were telling me you didn't see any stuff Terra was doing?
Mm-hmm. This man lying.
Mm-hmm. It's a sheep.
Oh, that man's lying.
You do be lying.
Uh-huh. You know, this is the part of a video game we like to call preparation.
Exactly. It's a very important part of a video game.
It's the boring in-between stuff, but it actually saves your life.
See? Someone gets it.
Now, I wouldn't know anything about preparation, because I'm not very good at this kind of stuff.
Oh, the only way you learn is how many times you die. That's how I learn.
Bro, let me just tell you.
Oh. Did I hit a nerve?
Bruh.
We just tell you.
Bruh. Stop milking this franchise. No. I'm like looking at it. There's another Persona 5 game.
Wait.
Oh god, another
Persona 5?
Supposedly there's a mobile Persona 5 game.
It was high time they got a mobile.
Okay, but you were literally looking at like 3 Persona 5 games now. Or 4 Persona 5 games. You have regular Persona 5, you have Persona 5 Royal, you have Persona 5 Strikers, and now you have this supposed mobile game.
Yep. Yep. I mean, it's only the most popular entry in the series so far.
It's only the most popular entry in the series right now.
Katie's like, I got this man playing in my hand.
But hey, I can improvise. Time for Plan Beta.
Beta.
Me coming through. I'm gonna miss my match.
Move.
Hello, Plan Beta. Hey, kid.
Huh?
Oh,
over here. Come here.
I would never, bro. Yeah, no, exactly. No, I would never.
I do like how the difference between Cloud and Zack is that Cloud showed up and it's like his regular outsider Final Fantasy VII look, while Zack, they designed him to blend in with her, which is interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting.
Because he has a little swirly design that they have, and like the way his legs designed.
I just like to think that Cloud's like, you think I'm gonna waste time changing my outfit?
Come on.
You're like, hey, kid, come over here. No, I have quite literally had people begging me for money with that exact same approach, and I'm like, nah, I ain't about that life. You can't escape. What, your bad badminton?
Take that. Come on.
Fine order.
Heal. You can't escape. So long. Fire. Freeze. Come on. Take that.
Come on, Zach. I thought you were good.
You can't escape.
I thought you wanted to be a hero.
Combat system active. I understood that reference. Thank you.
I decapitated him. My mission is complete.
Huh?
System rebooting.
There he is. Mr. Zack.
Stop it! The match is over!
Says
He was a pushover before. What's gotten into him?
I can't control my body.
What?
I'm not doing this.
He's being controlled.
So what do you think?
Yeah,
you like my new Super Warrior? See, right here. It's the power of darkness. Could have been yours, still could, if you open up to it.
Hades! You were just playing me. The darkness will never have me.
At least he figured it out.
At least figured it out.
You've gotta set my heart free.
Okay, I'm just gonna kill you.
That was
Wait,
the
what?
implication.
Wait, what? And Zach's like, wait, what?
Yeah, set your heart free. Oh.
Yeah, see.
So,
wait a minute.
ow.
You know what this means?
If he did this in the tournament, he probably would have won. I'm just saying.
The darkness will never have me.
Dodge.
Fire!
Cool, Piccolo.
Basically, he went from I'm a pushover to let me unlock my crisis core abilities.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, I remember getting to this fight, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not doing too great, but I'm not doing too bad. And then this happened. I was like, oh my god, I need to. I was like, okay, pause. I need to read how to fight again because I don't remember.
Want some? Come here. Smack my key.
What are you doing my game?
Now, which one you want? The piano key, the car key, or the toki, okie dokie, Don Quixote?
Nah, that one's a stretch.
That one out.
Throw that one away. The key to my heart.
Key line 5. Key to my heart.
And of course.
Oh no, my favorite one, Mickey.
That accomplished absolutely nothing.
Dang, you're borrowing Trunks and Sword combos.
Literally, that's what this man is.
Isn't this the scene where like he splices Frieza into like a million bits?
Yeah, I think that's who it is.
Come on.
Man,
Still can't guard that Terra. Come on.
You're done.
Yeah, I don't understand. He was a pushover before. That's because he wasn't trying yet, Terra. Now he's trying.
It's over.
Okay, that is some BS. There's some BS happening here. I'm just saying.
It's nice to know that I'm not the only one who doesn't really like this fight. Just for that reason.
I like it, just not on proud mode.
But you would have so much fun if it was on critical mode.
Oh my god. Wait,
I'm blaming that one on you.
Okay, how long has it been in the stream and we're just now bringing this up?
You did pretty well, honestly.
It's over 2.5 hours and we finally got that reference.
You're done.
No, Zach, play nice.
No, at it. At it with you.
I'm at it with you.
Stay with you.
Easy.
You're done.
I think this time Terra really needs that.
Heal.
There you go.
Come on. Let's go.
Oh, there you go, there you go, there you go, there you go.
Get it. Get it.
Get it.
You can't escape.
Those noises he makes when he's like tired.
I'll say I would have probably done that further away than like zoom in on him right when he's to your face.
I wasn't away, but he ran up. He zoomed in on me.
Heal.
Nope.
There you go.
Nope. You're done, Zach. You're done. I win. You suck. You suck.
The score is still 5-1.
Shut up, you.
Bruh.
He just killed a boy. Yay!
They don't care.
Forget it. It looks like I bet on the wrong dark horse. That kid
No,
doesn't
you
have what
think?
it takes to handle darkness.
God, Eddie, you're so stupid.
You gonna make it?
Yeah. I'm finally free.
But I can't feel my
Where
legs.
is...
I didn't need those anyway.
How can I let a guy like you
they're
control
overrated.
me? I'll never live it down. Thanks.
I can't even make a basketball joke here either.
Yeah.
Terra.
Thanks, Terra. I'm Zach.
Bro.
Yep. Definitely. Terra. You're
Did you
exactly
squat
what I
down
think
just
you're the
stare
hero
at
would be.
text?
Mayhaps.
He's like, you look like an anime character.
There's something else about you.
Well, I'm
Wow.
with you. Trust me.
You kidding? Listen to those cheers, man. You don't get to decide
Who's
if you're
cheering?
a hero or not.
Exactly. Who's
Right.
cheering?
And they
Who is
already
cheering?
made up their mind.
Who? Who's
Whether you
man?
like
Show
it or
me.
not, You're their
Supposedly,
hero.
there he goes. Supposedly, it's the gods that are watching down, and that's who you're
And
cheering.
mine, too.
Well,
It's too bad. I really wanted to fight you fair and
I
square.
mean, they couldn't even put the 2005 like Madden
Maybe some
crowd in the background.
oh, no, please don't do that. Don't do that. Don't ruin this game.
It's like the little 2D cutout board people.
Don't ruin this for us. Come on.
Yeah. He forced the D-Link with Zach. I only knew him for all of 10 seconds, but yes.
Ooh, mark of a hero. Keyblade that provides an extra boost in strength. Deals higher damage when you land critical hit.
Honestly, you know, Terra needs that strength.
Bro, the Hercules Keyblade is always like that Keyblade that lasts you like 3/4 of the rest of the game until you get like that good Keyblade.
Yes.
It really is.
Because it'd be still working.
I remember how many times did I have to redo that fight in Kingdom Hearts 1 against Riku with the Olympia Keyblade?
Mm-hmm.
Too many.
Too many.
You know, I had to watch. There's no way you're taking Kyrie's heart while he's holding just a giant cloud sword.
Kyrie's a
So I switched to Metal
princess.
Chocobo.
Kyrie's a princess.
Listen, I have gone through that cutscene as a child so many times
Many times.
that I would die and I would just hit retry and I would get up and make myself a sandwich
And then come back.
and come back.
You just know the timing.
I would be in the kitchen, be like, you're not Riku. Okay, I got like maybe another 90 seconds left.
This man over here said Mans was literally juggling you.
No, that's literally what Zach was doing. He was juggling me. Not the fun way. Got a lot done. How you guys feeling? You up for one more world, or should we call it here?
We did do a lot. A lot has happened, actually.
Probably a good part to stop. Yeah, probably a
I
good
think
part
we're
to
good.
get off here.
Yeah, I think this is good here.
Yep, I agree. Well, we're gonna call it a night here, guys. We got a lot done.
Yep.
And really see how stupid Terra is. Just gotta say.
To be fair, Terra is stupid, but everybody around him is gaslighting him.
Exactly. One, he's stupid. Two, everyone around him is gaslighting him. I'm like, how many people are gonna gaslight him?
If you tell him to go down to the docks, he's going to do it. You really think he's that stupid?
Like,
Erica, Xehanort's just staring at him like, yes, he is.
Exactly.
Bruh.
They should rename Terra's story just the Gaslight Terra. That's the story mode, the Gaslight mode.
I'm gonna come up with a name for it.
Mm-hmm. Something with gaslighting in it.
Yes.
Uh,
Oh my god. Yeah, I've had enough gaslighting for one day.
I think
Gaslight Terra mode.
Yeah. So that's gonna do it for tonight, guys. Big shout outs again to Boa, Nataku93. You guys are wonderful co-commentators as always. Next time, we're just gonna deal with more gaslighting. So
Oh no.
Yep, we'll see y'all next time.
From downtown.